Today I'm checking out 5 different condos in downtown Toronto. Right now I live in a 1-bedroom plus den. My lease is up for renewal soon and I think I want to change it up, so let's see what the city has to offer. I'm looking for a 1-bedroom unit under $2,600 a month. Now along with that, these are my must-haves. Number 1 is a great view. Number 2 is a good sized balcony. Number 3 is lots of natural light. And lastly, a good floor plan. And these are things I'd like to have, but it's not a deal breaker. So that would be a den, stand-up shower, and good amenities like an actual gym, not just ellipticals everywhere. Now let's check out the first unit. The first unit is located in Old Town on the east side of Toronto, which I really like this area, to be honest. Now this unit is on the penthouse level. Yeah, we moving up in life. They also had a rooftop patio, which I was excited to see, but unfortunately it was closed because it's winter. Now as soon as you enter, you get this massive closet. Like I'm talking about, you could fit your whole family's life in this closet. Like look how big it is. Now, as soon as you walk in, you get this nice little hallway to put things like a shoe rack, and then on your left hand side, you get the washroom. Now, this is a pretty good sized washroom. You get a nice sized sink. You also get storage underneath this cabinet right over here, and you also get storage in this medicine cabinet. Now, you do get a stand-up shower, which I really like, although it does look a bit old, so I don't know how I feel about that exactly. Moving on to the main living space, look how open this is. The older condos always are so spacious and have great layouts. Now, this fridge is a really good size in my opinion. It's bigger than most you're going to see in this video, and the freezer is a good size as well. You get tons of counter space, enough to put your appliances and everything you need, and you get tons of storage in the kitchen as well, with all these cabinets all throughout. Additionally, you get a dishwasher, double sink, a stove, and a microwave. On this side, you have a little corner over here and a lifted ledge for the balcony where you can probably store plants and such. Now, the balcony itself is a pretty good space. As you can see, it's wide enough to fit this 2-seater chair over here and a table without looking too crowded. I also like the balcony tiles they added. This area does have some good length to it and the view is decent. You do get a view of Financial District, but it's not my favorite. And if you go to George Brown, it's right at your doorstep. Going back inside, we have this kind of kitchen space, and you'll be able to tell how big a condo is based on their dining table. It's a really big table and it doesn't make the space look small at all. As you can see, the main living area has lots of natural light coming in, even though it's an overcast day. Overall, I really like how spacious this area is, and I really love this concrete accent wall. Now moving on to the bedroom, as you can see, it's a really good size. You can easily fit your bed in here with night tables on each end without it looking too cramped. The best part is definitely this closet. Like, look how big it is. It takes up the whole wall. It's like the closet you saw at the front, storage all the way to the ceiling. I honestly love whoever built this condo. They really had people's needs in mind. And since the bedroom has no windows, you get these glass frosted windows on either side. I was able to check out the gym for this condo and it's pretty average. Overall, I really did like this condo and I would have placed an offer if it had a better view. Alright, so now that we've wrapped up that dope condo tour, let's take the time to talk about something equally as cool, Coho. Coho makes money management simple and stress-free. It's an all-in-one financial app paired with a prepaid MasterCard that offers Canadians a smarter way to spend, save, and build credit. You can earn up to 2% cash back on everyday purchases like grocery shopping, dining out, and transportation. Plus, they offer up to 5% interest on your entire balance. Think about it, you're making money by simply spending and saving smarter. But Coho doesn't stop there. You can use their tools to build credit and track progress. If you're a renter like me, they even let you report rent payments to boost your credit score, which is an absolute game changer. They also offer tenant insurance as well. Now here's the best part. Coho is completely free to set up and you get $20 when you sign up using my code Ennvisionn. Click the link in the description or in the pinned comments or use a QR code on screen to get started. The second condo is located pretty central downtown near the well, and trust me, this one was crazy. And yet again, it's another penthouse unit. So as soon as you walk in, you get this nice hallway and a closet, which is on the smaller end. And then right at the front door, you have your bedroom, which I don't really like. And I don't like this carpet because as you can see, there's stains and it gets dusty, and overall, just not a big fan of carpet. Now the room is a decent size. I do like that you get an actual door that you can open and close. This looks a bit trippy, but that's the door to your room. And then you get two closet spaces over here and then a big massive window. Now you can open this window up if you need some ventilation, but the window placement is so so odd because someone on their balcony there can literally watch you sleep. I'm probably gonna have to put a frosting layer over there. And overall, just not a big fan of this view. You do get these old style blinds, which I'm not really a fan of. And then you have tons of ports over here on the sides of the walls. And here's what the closet spaces look like. They're not too big, but if you're good at organizing, you can make them work. And that's all for the bedroom. Moving on, you can see there's a door over here, which is where your washer and dryer are. This looks like a pretty old washer and dryer, but since it's still here means it's probably good. So let me know in the comments below if you've had experience with these. But over here, you have tons of space to put your broom, vacuum. You have some shelves over here as well, which is nice. Now, moving on, we have 2 outlets in the hallway, which is nice to have if you want to display some stuff over here. And then we get the washroom. Now, the washroom is a good size for a unit this big. You get a little medicine cabinet over here to store some things. You also get storage in the bottom as well, which is great to have. And the sink is actually a decent size. You get your standard size toilet, and lastly, your shower. Now, I'm not a big fan of these tub style showers, but it is what it is. Now, moving on, we have the main living area. As you can see, spacious layout. It's a nice big square. I could put like a good sized dining table here, probably my desk on this wall over here, and then like a nice TV couch situation over here. Now, like I said, this condo is amazing because look at that view, straight on CN Tower view. One thing I don't like is that this building is directly in front of you, but besides that, this is the view you have when you're sitting down. So here's a little quick tour of the kitchen. So you get a decent sized fridge. This is like the average fridge size you're gonna find in all the condos, not as big as the last one we saw. Kitchen is also a good size. You get a microwave, oven, stove. You get a good sized sink, as you can see, and then you get a dishwasher, and then you get tons of storage in these cabinets over here, which is always great to have. Now let's head out to the real gem, which is the balcony. Now this is the best part of the condo. You get a good sized balcony here with concrete tiles, then boom, you get your own private backyard with only one neighbor, and you can literally hop over here and just chill. It's giving New York City rooftop vibes. So you get sweeping views of the city. Most of it is apartments on this side. You also get Nobu Towers over there. And then you get Financial District. And boom, you get a view of the CN Tower and the Rogers Center, as well as the water and the Gardner. But I don't like how this building and that building right there are right in front of you. It kind of feels like an invasion of privacy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you guys would cop this or not. I'm really thinking of putting an offer on this one. The next condo we're looking at is on the east side of Toronto in the Sugar Beach area, and it's on the 34th floor. Starting on the right side, as soon as you enter, you have your closet, and it's a decent size. On the other side, you have a washer and dryer, and I haven't heard of this brand before, so let me know if they're any good or not. Moving on, we have this really long hallway, and then the next door to your right is the washroom. So I like how the washroom looks. It's very white and clean looking. The sink is a bit weird, but I like the size. And then you do have some storage right here, like a medicine cabinet kind of layout. And then you also have storage underneath the cabinet over here. You get a normal size toilet, and then you get a tub shower combo, which I don't like, and man, is that dirty. That looks disgusting. At least the tub is still white. And finally, at the end of the hallway is the main living area. Now, it's not too big, but I do like the layout. So let's get into that. So you have that long hallway at the front over there, then you have this little indent, and then you have your kitchen. So it's not the biggest spot, but I really do like when condos add this nice kitchen table. You can add like bar stools underneath and use it as a place to eat, as a desk, and just overall it looks really nice. There's also this thin window in the kitchen, which I think is a nice touch. It lets you see the scenery and adds a little bit more light into the space. Now, discussing the kitchen itself, the sink is kind of small, and then you have these cabinets that go up in this weird kind of lever system, and it's just really hard to get to the top. Now, the rest of the condo has decent storage, even though this is really unusable. They have some storage down here, a little bit under the sink over here and here, and then I thought this was the fridge, but it's actually more storage at the top, so it helps make up for that one cabinet. Underneath that, you have your dishwasher, and then you have your fridge, which again, I don't know why they're so small in the new condo builds. We need to bring back the old standard. Now you got your stove and then your oven right over here, and going back to the built-in table, you have a microwave and 2 places for storage. I actually really like this light over here. I think it adds a nice touch. Moving on to the balcony, it's a good sized balcony, as you can see, very wide, very long. You get some nice views of the water, and then you have some decent views of the city. So you get the Canada Goose building over there, the Gardner, and then the Financial District as well. The condo is facing west, so you should have tons of sunlight in here all day. Moving into the general living area, it's pretty open concept. Over here, you have a little indent space where you can easily put a desk and have a work from home station that's tucked away. Now with the rest of the layout, I'd probably put a couch over here and a TV on that wall over there. I'd add maybe a couple accent chairs too if the space allowed. Now moving on to the bedroom, we have this clear sliding door, which is kind of odd since most of them are usually frosted. Now the bedroom space itself isn't that big. It's like about the standard size I usually see in condos, so you'd probably be able to fit a queen in here, but it would get pretty tight. Now moving on to the closet, it's like the standard size, about the same size I have, which is not that big considering the condo is pretty small. So I'm not liking this condo based on the layout and size, but I guess you could kind of put like a little clothing rack in here to make up for the lack of space. And this door leads back to the washroom we saw earlier. Shout out to the concierge for giving me a tour of all the great amenities they have. First up, we got a gym with a squat rack and basically everything you would need to have a serious workout. Next up is their theater room, which is great for having watch parties. They even have a nice sized kitchen in here as well. Next up are their guest suites, so you get a nice queen bed, TV, you get a nice kitchen as well with a little seating area, washer dryer, and a full washroom, which I didn't get a video of, but they have that and it's all very nice and they clean like every single day. So it's basically like a hotel. Then they have a party room. It's bigger than this. There's like 3-4 rooms combined, which look really nice. A little area to play pool. Then they have this amazing outdoor terrace with a pool, tennis court, basketball court, the whole 9 yards. This is by far one of the best condos I've seen, and if they had better views, I'd for sure move in here. The next condo is located right next to the CN Tower near Nobu. As soon as you walk in, you can see your washroom on the left, bedroom, and then living area on the right. So going into the washroom, you can see the beautiful black marble floors. You have a nice stand-up shower with controls on the left and faucet on the right, which honestly, I've never seen before. An average sized toilet, and then you have a mirror with nice lighting on the side. Side note, this guy has good taste in fragrance. Now the sink is the exact same model I have with storage here and underneath. One thing I don't like about the sink is that the drain itself is really small, and you have a towel rack behind the door. Overall, it's a really nice washroom. Now moving on to the bedroom. It looks like it's a decent size. You have enough space to put 2 night tables on each end and then a little walkway over here. So the view I don't really like because it's just a bunch of buildings. Not a big fan. You get 2 of these mirrors over here, which are the closet doors. Opening it up, it feels a little bit small because you have that wall kind of blocking access to it. Moving on, we have the closet. So you have a washer and dryer. This is the same brand that I have and it works pretty good. And then you have your coat closet on the other end. It's on the bigger side of what we've seen today. And then you have your living area. So I'm a big fan of open concept living spaces. I love this is a corner unit and has windows on all ends. Next up is the kitchen, which is tucked against this wall. I really like how modern and clean it looks. Like this fridge looks like a cabinet. Again, it's on the smaller end. I feel like the storage in this kitchen is a little bit lacking because it's not that big of a unit. So you're gonna have to kind of cram your stuff into the space, which I don't really like. The other appliances this unit has is a microwave, oven, stove, but there's no dishwasher for some reason. Now moving on, we have this little space right over here. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe you can kind of put a bike here, I guess. In general, all condos should have an open living room like this. You can put a lot more furniture in here without it feeling cramped. Honestly, this space looks like a perfect area to put a small bar cart or an island or something. For some reason, they had the strings for the blinds all the way in this corner and it was so hard to get. On top of that, this view is not it. It makes me feel really claustrophobic and feels like I'm being watched all the time with all these buildings around me. But the unique thing about this condo is you can kind of see the CN Tower in between these 2 buildings. And you're also right across the street from Nobu, if that matters to you. Overall, I really like the layout, but I'm not a big fan of the view. It reminds me of this photo right here. And the last condo is located right next to TMU, aka Ryerson. As soon as you enter, on your left hand side, you have a closet. Now this is the standard size for closets that I've seen in downtown Toronto. Then you're basically right in the condo because one step in and you're already at the kitchen, which I don't really like. Moving on to the washroom, you have a stand-up shower, which is great. You have an average size toilet, and then you have a nice size sink. Like, I don't know why, but the builders in Toronto make the smallest sinks possible. This is what the standard size should be. Next, you got your mirror and lights. And then underneath, you have 2 spots for storage. And lastly, you have your towel rack. Now moving on to the kitchen, this condo already makes me feel claustrophobic. Is it me or is this the smallest kitchen we've seen today? Like, look at the size of that sink. What are you supposed to do? Wash 1 spoon at a time? Counter space is pretty minimal, but you do have a stove, small oven, and probably the world's smallest microwave. Luckily, the fridge seems like the average size we've been seeing today. And overall cabinet space is not the best. It's not too bad, but still, considering how small this unit is, I wish they had more storage. And right in front of the kitchen, we have the closet for the washer and dryer. And man, these units look really small. I guess there's like a theme going on in this condo. Looking at the layout, it's going to be hard to fit like a dining table in here. Now moving on to the main living area, again, this is tiny. Like, I don't even know what you would even put here without it being too cramped. Maybe a couple lawn chairs or something. But there is a redeeming aspect for this condo, which is the view. You get a great view of the city, financial district, CN Tower, all that. Now let's hop onto the balcony. The balcony is pretty narrow, but at least you do get some length to it so you can have some room to pace around, I guess. I'm not sure what direction this is facing, but you get sweeping views of the city from Distillery District all the way past the CN Tower. Amazing view of the CN Tower, and you also do see a little bit of Dundas Square. Now onto the bedroom, you have a sliding door. Fortunately, we do have a decent sized bedroom, and then we have mirrors all the way across for the closet doors. Opening this one up, we see, oh, surprisingly, this unit comes with a very spacious den. It wasn't on the listing, but as you can see, I'm inside here and I don't feel too cramped. On the other side, we have a closet with an organizer here, and then space on the other side to store your things. Overall, I was not a fan of this condo. It did come with one parking spot, but still, it's extremely small. Now don't forget to check out Coho. The link is in my description and in the pinned comment section. Use code Ennvisionn Coho to sign up and get $20. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure you click here to subscribe and here to watch the rest of the videos in the condo hunting series.